Our website is africawithoutborders.co.uk, africawithoutborders.co.uk. I've been reading this biography. I'm nearly finished, and it is the life of Henry Martyn, an amazing missionary from UK, went to India, and wonderful, wonderful biography. And in this biography of Henry Martyn, um, he was on the ship to go to India. It took him 9 months. When he was on the ship, the soldiers on the ship and the sailors were mocking him. So he had 9 months of mocking. Then he was made a chaplain for the East Indian Company, and the leaders of that company didn't really want him to be doing mission work, and so that was hard. He also had tuberculosis. Can't pronounce it properly, but that breathing problem. He struggled with that, and it was eventually bringing him to death. Um, he really, really suffered. On top of that, he was writing to a girl who wanted to marry. She was leading him on, and it broke his heart. Absolutely broke his heart. On top of that, the weather was hard for him. And on top of that, he had 3 people helping him doing translation work. And all 3 were hard work. They were arguing with each other. So for a good few years, he had these people that were helping him that weren't getting on, arguing with each other. And it was really, really tough for him. He really, really suffered. Henry Martyn really suffered for the gospel. He had a terrible, terrible, terrible time as a missionary. He really, really suffered. And it reminds me of 1 Peter chapter 4, which talks about suffering, the trials of your faith. That if you suffer for the gospel, it's not in vain, that God takes note of it. And Henry Martyn's suffering was not in vain. He did it for his Lord, and his Lord will remember him on the day of judgment. So if you're suffering for the gospel today, be encouraged. Henry Martyn ran that race, and he really suffered. Read his life, and it will inspire you if you're suffering for preaching the gospel today. God bless you, and take care.